Well, he was born in the Italian Alps and he started skiing at the age of 4. Some 76 years later, Tommy Tomasi is still skiing. Now, Tommy, we're here at Thredbo today. What's the secret of the longevity of your skiing?
I think it's really a good life. Look after myself, don't abuse my body. I don't drink, don't gamble, and I love the mountain. Breathing the fresh air, I think it has a lot to do. And look after yourself. If I would sit at home on computer like my wife, I'll be dead in 12 months. But I don't believe in that. So now I'm a very active man, and I don't intend to give up. Why should I?
Tommy, you were really skiing at 4 years of age?
I started 4, and I started racing with the clubs, with the junior at 9. Then the clubs they see the potential, like the young one today here. And my dad and mum, they didn't have to spend a zec. I've been sponsored since when I was 9, and I finished up to race for the Italian team. And then, of course, the war came in, and that stopped me for a little while. And I've been involved with the war. I was a partisan during the war. You had no option. Consequently, as much as I regret it, being an only son, I got a sister, but I'm the only boy. As a good Italian, I'm supposed to stay back and look after mum and dad, but I couldn't see any future on that, and unfortunately I make up my mind. I said, I'm going. And I applied for so many countries, Australia was the first one to come.
What did you know about Australia before you came here?
Quite a bit, except I knew about Mount Kosciuszko, but in any book, geography book, they never mention snow. I got a shock of my life when I arrived here. After 2 years, I was in Western Australia. I didn't know where to go. I just bought a ticket from Genoa to Fremantle, and that was it. And it took me 2 years to discover. I knew about the Ayers Rock. I knew all about the geographical situation, the barrier reef, and all the main point about the country, and all the fauna and the floras and so forth. But they never ever mention in any book that you had snow. And when I saw this photograph in Perth, there on George's Terrace, and the tourist bureau display, that was a photograph of the chalet, Mount Kosciuszko, of Charlotte Pass. And I went inside and I said, where's that place? I thought it was New Zealand. And he said, they're here in New South Wales. I said, you've got to be joking. And that was 9 o'clock in the morning. By 1 o'clock, I bought a car, jump in, and come straight across. And of course, when I arrived in Cooma, no problem getting a job with the Snowy. But I arrived in the summer, and when I got up here, I was very disappointed. When you see all these great big boulders, I say, my word, what were they skiing here? I expect to see mountain with a bit of a pick. But anyhow, I got a big shock when the snow came. It's unbelievable. The amount of snow that we used to get on the early day in the 50s, we don't get it anymore. After I got married at the chalet, I couldn't stay there anymore. Yeah, that's it. Too many girls around. But anyway, you got to settle. And so I went back to the Snowy, and I joined the hydrology branch, which back home I studied fluid mechanic, which is virtually the same principle, same things. Of course, I had to be refreshed, and we had courses in Cooma and so forth. But that was my job with the Snowy for nearly 10 years. That's a river flow, snow samples. You calculate how much the density of the snow and how much runoff you get in the spring. It was a very interesting job. In the summer was a cushy job, really. But eventually I finished up to go in the ski business. And that's, of course, changed my life again.
Nice one, Tommy. All right, well, I think we might even get out on the snow a bit. How's that sound?
Right, whatever, let's go.
So you've been doing this skiing for 76 years and you're not sick of it yet?
Not sick of it. Nah, I don't think I'll ever get sick. That's what I just said to my wife. As long as I die on a pair of ski, I'll be happy. I couldn't see myself tied down to a bed, being sick for months. You become a burden on somebody else. Die on the mountain, be great.
If you can tell me a bit about your history with Thredbo, because you were skiing here before there was really a resort, weren't you?
Before the road was through it. Yeah, because we used to come up here to those gap measuring the river up here, gauge the river. And the road, the track was coming as far as, where the National Park entrance is now. That's about it. But we used to come up with a horse. Have you ever seen an Italian cowboy? I couldn't walk for a week after that. But anyway, of course, the idea of Thredbo, that's always been in our heart, because that was the idea of Tony Sponner. Tony Sponner was up at the chalet at the same time when I was up there. And, he had a dream to build a resort. There was no patrol, there was nothing, no choppers on those days. Well, I said, I'll go ahead if I have a permission from the early company, the manager. So Danny Cornwell and myself, Danny used to work with me in the hydrology branch in Jindabyne. He was Australian champion for 3 years, a lovely guy. And I said, Danny, how about if we start rescue you and I? He said, oh yeah, I'll be on. And that's it. And we we even helped to cut trails there on the weekend because we loved the mountain, you see. And we used to come up, we didn't have any chainsaw, it was all axe. And anyway, that's why I'm sticking to Thredbo. To me, it's part of my life. I spent from 1957 here, and I'm still here. And so I'll be 80 next month on the 23rd. I still feel good. I still ski, top to bottom, no problem. I can still lick some of the young one anytime. This is like pitch tree.
Well, thank you so much for your time.
It's a pleasure, Richard, and get in touch with me anytime.
Definitely.
And I'll be available anytime you like.
Oh, thank you so much.
Okay,
thank you so
pleasure.
Much.
Bye, Richard.
Happy skiing. Bye, Tommy.
Bye.